So my friends, this week's words are all about being able to do something, being proud of what you're doing, about your life. I wish I could zoom out a little bit more. Let me see if I can put it on my tissue box. Though that probably looks silly on my camera, huh? Just seeing it here. So I'll mute my camera. There we go. I have it up here. And you know what? I will call on friends that I know who are in the classroom. So you don't have to raise your hand because I can't see you right now. Okay, so what you need is you need a white piece of paper. I wrote alphabetical order on, whoop, there it is, it's focusing. I wrote alphabetical order on mine. You can go ahead and do that while I talk to you. So this week's theme is about an author, and his name is Tomas Rivera. So Tomas Rivera was born in Texas, but he was Mexican. He's passed away now. He was a Mexican migrant worker. So a migrant worker is somebody who moves around to get jobs throughout the year. They don't just stay in one job. And his family were migrant workers. So they were looking for work all over the country. And that was a hard life for Thomas. So he wrote stories eventually when he was older. He loved books and he wrote stories about his life. So we're going to read about him. And later on in the week, we'll read about another famous author who also wrote about her life. And we'll see how some of them are similar and different. But let's learn the words that we're looking for this week. I really hope you've been looking for these words while you're reading your book, my detectives, because that shows that your mind is really growing when it comes to reading. So if you're doing alphabetical order, don't worry, we only have 6 words this week. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're up to the challenge, totally try the words that are on your spelling packet for this week. You can do, I believe those are 10 words. So you can do alphabetical order with them. They're all different. So I'm really excited to see if you try that. Now that we have our alphabetical order paper, we'll put it off to the side because we have to learn what our words even are. How about our first word? Can I have Adi? Can you read this word and then put it in a sentence? Oh, my words are upside down.
Done.
Can you use done in a sentence? Done. Done.
I am done my homework.
Ooh, so does that mean you just started your homework or you finished your homework?
I finished it.
Right. So to be done means to be finished. Now, this is really annoying, this word, because this word is an example of how vowels can be different depending on which letters they're with. I see magic E here, so you would think it would be oh, don. But they changed it to done. So this is an example of a word that's not spelled the way it sounds. So make sure you're careful with done. Thanks, Adi. How about, ooh, I see the double O sound. That means ooh or So we have Flippy Dolphin here. So I'm wondering which sound it's going to be. Can someone help me with that? How about Natalie? Were you able to jump back in? Natalie, can you help me? I'll give her a chance. Here, how about this? I'll even do something better. I'll make sure Natalie jumped back in. Everyone look. Oh, Miss Remitz, you don't even know that your kids were out of the room. How about Ruthron? Can you help me? This one. This one.
Soon.
Ooh! So instead of sound, it's soon. What does soon mean?
Soon means...
I know it's hard, huh?
Soon. Early. Soon means early.
Ooh! You know what, Ruthron? I have never heard someone use that as a definition. That is true. So soon means it's about to happen. It's early. Thank you, Ruth. Can you use it in a sentence?
My dad is coming soon.
Ooh, so do you have to wait days and days for your dad to come?
No.
No, he's like, coming soon. So my dad's coming early in a little bit. Thank you, Ron. I like that. That's a new one. How about this? This is what Ruthron and I were just doing. GH normally makes the sound or the F sound, so you might have to do a flippy dolphin there if you're not sure. I know AU is a weird vowel pair. They normally just come in and make the short A sound. So let's see. How about Gabriella? Can you try this word? Either because you know it already, or you're hearing me give you some.
I have a guess.
Ooh.
Raise your hand. Is it la?
No. How about this? And this is the short A sound. Can you tell me the short A?
Laugh.
Whoa. Oh, you didn't even need me to walk you through it. She goes, laugh. She's going to laugh at Miss Remitz trying. Yeah, look. It makes the short A sound, which is ah. So look, ah. So that's making the kind of like the swallowed up F sound. Laugh. Laugh. Good job, Gabriella. Can you give us a sentence with it?
I laugh and joke.
I laugh and joke. Ooh, so maybe you laugh at someone who's being silly, right? That's a good one. Thank you. How about, ooh, this one's kind of like a synonym for good. A synonym means they're similar words. They're kind of partners. Can anyone tell me this word and give it to me in a sentence? How about, we know that this makes the long E sound because we're going to be learning, we learned that last week, so, Well, I mean, sorry, doesn't, I was trying to say this is an example of where it doesn't make the long E sound. So be careful of that. This is a lot of flippy dolphins here, huh? How about Ryan? Can you help us with this word? This is fun for me because I just have to guess on who I want to call on.
Greet.
So this one doesn't make the long E. I'm sorry. I meant to say that it doesn't make the long E. So I like that. He said greet, eat. So it's not greet. That would be two E's. What if I told you this makes the long A sound?
Great.
Great. Yes. So everyone, we can say this is not a great word. This is an annoying word that we'll laugh at and be done soon with. Can you put it in a word, a sentence? The word great. Go ahead, Ryan.
This ice cream is great.
Yeah, so does that mean this ice cream tastes bad?
No.
No, it means it tastes
Great.
It's yummy. It's good. Yes, we can use a lot of synonyms for that. Thank you, Ryan. We have, oh, wait, I had 7. I lost one of my words. Funny. All right, we have 7 words today, so we'll have to add that to our alphabetical order page. Boop. Start thinking about alphabetical order. We're almost done. We have three more words. Who can do this one? How about Bella? Can you do this word for me? This one thankfully reads like how it's spelled. Let me call on someone else here. How about Dario? Can you do this word?
Paper.
Paper. Paper. Nice. Can you use it in a sentence?
I have a giant piece of paper.
I definitely do over here. This is a huge piece of paper. Okay, that's perfect. And you know what, Dario? How about you do this word too, and then I'll call him one more friend. This word goes along with paper.
Work.
Work. And do we do a lot of our work on the papers?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. So these words definitely come in for an author. I think so, at least. Thank you, Dario. How about Yenna? Can you do the last word for us? And then everyone get your papers ready. This word, Yenna.
The sentence or the word?
Both.
Word.
Word. Yes. Sentence, please.
Sentence, please. We were just eating ice cream.
Ooh, so that's a good sentence. We were just eating ice cream. Are you still doing it? Would you still be eating ice cream?
No.
Think about that. I said we were just eating ice cream. So are you still eating ice cream?
No.
No, you are.
Eat it.
No, you are. Yeah, you ate it all. Because were in the past we were eating ice cream. If you were going to do it, it'd be we will. Thank you, Yenna. All right, my friends. So we need our handy dandy paper. I'll move these over. Thinking about alphabetical order, you need to put these in from A all the way to Z. Here, wait. I'll give you a second, Yenna. Go ahead. I'm sure people don't want to hear my voice anymore. So let's see. Do we have an A word? No, I don't see A. I don't see B. C word. Who can tell me what's the first word? I'll back out in case some people don't know this. I want you to raise your hand over here and tell me. Yeah, go ahead, Stephen. Stephen, can you tell me the first word?
Done.
Thank you, Stephen, because there's no A, B, or C word. So everyone, you should have done as your first word. Now that you've gotten done out of the way, I'll give you a chance, everybody, a minute to win it. You know the drill. You have to put these last 6 words into alphabetical order by the first letter. If they have the same first letter, you have to move over to the second letter and see which one comes first. Ready, set, go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We need some more action music for alphabetical order. I'm going to give you a second to do it, Adi. Don't worry. Or do you not have paper, Adi?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Oh, well, give us a break. How about you put, how about you think of, well, if you have your spelling packet with you, you can get started on that. We'll be done in a second, my friends. I know there's not many words this week, so let's see. If you don't have paper, you can do it in your head. That'll be harder for sure, but just look at the words and try and think, or sing the alphabet song and try to look for each word, okay? I see some of you are raising your hand. I hope that you're okay. We're not giving out the answers just yet. You'll press the button for that. If you're done, you can raise your hand on the little button, and I'll get ready to call on some friends to tell me the next word. Okay. 20 seconds remaining. Done, done, done. Who comes next? Is it paper, work, great, laugh soon, or whir? Dun, dun, dun. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. If you did not finish, that is totally okay. Ms. Remitz didn't give you much time. You can work on it or follow along with the class while we go word by word. So we did done and we got it out of here. Done was first, not because it starts with an A, but it started with the highest letter in the alphabet, D. What's the next highest letter that we have? Is there an E word, an F word? What's next? Robert, can you unmute yourself and tell me who comes next? And we'll see if we agree with you.
You have a mistake.
What's my mistake?
Word and work are supposed to be switched around.
I didn't put this in
Because
alphabetical.
All right, give her the next word. Great.
But I see what you're saying. You know what, Robert? I'm going to take the word you gave, but when I come back to the W words, I want you to tell me what you were trying to say, okay? Because I think you're onto something, buddy. All right, he said, great. Let's see if that's true. There's no E word, no F word. There's a G word. Great. So Robert knew that if he went down the alphabet, G was next. So bye, great, and we'll write you down. All right, so let's see here. Who can tell me the next word? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Riley? Thank you, Riley. Number 3.
Got it?
From Riley.
Laugh.
Laugh. Ooh, why'd you say laugh? Was there no H word?
No.
No I word?
There's no K word.
No J, no K. Oh, so L was the next word. Even though we had a lot of letters in between G and L, Riley knew that if there's none of those words, the next one has to be L because it was the next letter to come up that we had. So throw that card away and make sure you write laugh down. Make sure you write it with a GH and not an F. Thank you, Riley. All right, moving on. Go ahead, Allison. We haven't heard from you in a bit. Allison, who comes next? We have an L word. Maybe an M word comes next. Is there an M word?
Paper.
Paper? But there's no N word?
Mm-mm.
But P is still, is there an N or an O word? Huh. Well, if there's not, that means that L, M, N, O, P. We see that P is the next letter to come up. So everyone would write P, A, P, E, R. Hopefully with better handwriting than Miss Remitz. So we take paper, throw it away, make sure we write it down. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Q's the next letter. I wonder if there's a Q word. Who can help me out? Kenzie, would you like to try? What comes after your P word? Any other words? Is there a Q word or an R word? Only 3 words left. Who's next?
Where?
Let's sing the alphabet together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, we had that. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Which letter came first? S, W, or W? In my song.
S.
Right. Because if we're looking at our last 3 words and P was the one we just had, we have to start with P now. P, Q, R, S. I see an S word, so we know S has to be the next one on our list because we're going in the order of the alphabet. Thank you, Kenzie. And now over to Robert. Robert, what were you saying about my 2 W words? He was saying, oh, Miss Remitz, you need to say it.
Vowel goes first. The word goes first.
What are you talking about?
Because they're both W's in the first one, so we jump on to the next letter, and then
Kenzie, can you mute yourself, sweetie?
before O. E is before O.
Oh, so Robert was talking about the W's because we know we only have 2 words left. So we don't even have to sing the song. We know they're both going to start with a W. But Robert looked at my cards and said, Miss Remitz, you have them in the wrong order. Robert said like this. Everyone look real close at these 2 words. They both begin with W, so we have to look at the second letter. Which comes first, E or O? If you sang the song A, B, C, D, E, I heard E before I heard O. And I think that's what Robert figured out. He cracked the code. So you need to have were, because if you figure out the 6, you don't even have to look here. The last word pops up. Work. There you go. Thank you, Robert. I'm happy that you figured that out very soon. Hey, get it? Soon. So Robert was seeing my cards and using them to go in alphabetical order while he was looking at that. So I'll give you a second. Everyone hold up your papers, see if it looks like mine. If you want, you can show the class. I'll pop out for a second. You can show the class and we can see if, wow, Gabriella looks perfect. Kenzie, awesome job. Allison, Malvina, good job. Oh, Samarth did it in color. He's having fun over there. Riley and Ani, Ruth. Wow, all of you are just following along. Thank you so much. All right, how about we now put our papers away and I'm going to real quick read with you our journey story. And today is a really special day in gym class. You're going to need your sneakers, so I'll make sure that we finish our lesson before gym class, okay? So I'll give you all a chance to get your journeys book. Yes, like Allison said. And then I want you to open up. There's our moon story. There's our food story. And you're going to keep on there shaking the bean stuff. Ooh, if you go here, we're on lesson 19, and you can see all the different words of the week. And they have sentences, just like you gave.
If you got your Vermin.
We're going to go to this page, 121. Make sure you're muted, my friends.
It's done already.
Make sure you're muted, my friends. Just because when there's a lot of talking, a lot of crazy. Here, I'll help you guys out. Okay? There we go. All right. Raise your hand if you found the page. Okay, good. A lot of you are either still looking or you got it. It was 128. It'll say Tomas Rivera, or Tomas is how he says it. See this? This is a fancy little line here that goes over a lot of letters when it comes to Spanish or maybe some European languages. And it changes the sound. So instead of Thomas, it's Tomas. So like kind of ah sound. So this is about Tomas Rivera. And Tomas Rivera, he was a famous author. He was also a teacher at a college over in, I believe, California, but I might be misremembering that. But like I said, he was a migrant worker, was part of a family that was all migrant workers. They moved to different farms and worked there to get their money. That's a hard life. And while he was trying to learn how to read, he was also thinking, hey, I should write about my life. And that's why it's really important to write about what's going on in your life, especially right now. This is a crazy time with us having to stay indoors. We can't have play dates. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, and this is the time where you should be writing about it. You are literally history books right now, so that's awesome. Tomas, he wanted to write about his life as a migrant worker or being part of a family of some. And so that's what a lot of his books are about. Though his books are for more older people, there's a story that I'll show you real quick so that you can all see it later. We have on our class page, there's a video someone wrote about Tomas. It's a story that you can read. Of course, I don't have the book, but that's something you can read today when you get a chance. Because Tomas wanted to teach people about the hard times in life, but also how much fun he had being with his family. So let's get started. Make sure you're looking for our words of the week. I have opened here, some little space, so I'll see if you'll press the raise your hand button if you want to share with us. So Tomas Rivera was born in Texas. That's a state in America. Tomas and his family went from place to place picking crops. So that's what migrant means. It means to move place to place. Picking crops, so they worked on a farm. Tomas helped pick crops all day. It was a lot of work. When the work was done, Tomas would talk with his grandpa. So I'm seeing a little kid here. So I'm looking at the picture thinking that this is the child, Tomas, and that must be his grandpa. So I guess they're going to talk here. Who can tell me if there's any words here that we just did with our alphabetical order that we knew to look for? Someone can tell me all the words that they find. Go ahead, Malvina. You can tell me the words you find.
Work.
Ooh, work.
Done.
Any others? Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You know what it is? Maybe remember I said I lost a card. I lost a card. It always takes Miss Remitz reading this story for her to realize. So thank you, Malvina. She did the right thing, and she said work. So we're learning about the type of work his family did. Seems even his grandpa had to do it. Crazy. And done. So once they finished their work, they would talk to each other. Oh, Malvina, what do you think they're picking?
Strawberries.
Yeah, I think they're picking strawberries too. Though it could be tomatoes, but I think they're strawberries. Maybe we could Google it. What type of crops did he pick? Thanks, Malvina. Oh, I'm going to call on someone to read these next 2 pages. But be careful because I see some 2 special lines here. These are called quotes. Quotes means that somebody is talking, which we can definitely see here. These kids are talking to their grandpa. So how about we have our friend read this, but make sure you're talking if a character is talking. All right, Bella, go ahead.
Come quick, Grandpa's calls. It's time for stories.
You can do the next page.
You tell the best stories, Tom said. I wish I could tell great stories too.
Oh, Bella, that was amazing. We have 2 people talking here, Grandpa and then Tomas. And what did Tomas say? He says what?
Tell great stories too.
Oh, but Bella, he becomes an author later on. We're going to learn. So I wonder, just as a reader, maybe this is where it started, his love for stories. What do you think, Bella?
I think he wants to be a story teller, but he said he wanted to be a teacher too.
I did say that he becomes a teacher. I know a lot of but not a teacher like me, not for kids. He did it for older kids, and he taught them how to do what he does. So maybe doing both. Okay, thanks, Bella. So I guess it's nighttime now because they must have worked all day. Oh, look, it's daytime now. We're just going back and forth. Who can read this? We have more quotes. Make sure you read all the quotes if you want. You can even try doing voices for your characters. Go ahead, Adi.
The next day, Grandpa said, "We can get lost of stories for you, Thomas." When asked Thomas. "Quick, hop in," Grandpa said with a
wink. So he winked his eye.
Wink. "I will show you." Grandpa drove the truck up the road.
Oh my gosh, Adi, I want to give you a big high five. That was amazing. I love, oh yeah, I'll high five my screen. Nice. So Adi made sure that we could tell who was talking, just like what him and Bella were doing. They were reading Grandpa said, or Tomas said, or asked Tomas. So we know who's talking because of that. But if you maybe weren't paying attention and you missed that, what Adi did was he spoke with a grandpa voice, kind of like this, and then he spoke with a normal voice for Tomas. So I guess Tomas said he wanted to tell stories or get stories, but he thought maybe he can't. But Grandpa's saying here, we can get lots of stories for you. That's interesting. Get them. So I think he's going to hop into the car, and he'll say, "I will show you." So it seems Grandpa's going to take him somewhere where he can tell stories. Now, first graders, I want you thinking. I told you what Tomas Rivera wrote about in his books. So I think this might be the chance for us to see exactly what he wrote about. So get thinking. Oh, without even reading this, I know where they are. I want you to look at this picture and go back into your mind. Think, where could they be? Have you ever been to a place that looked kind of like this? Yenna, I'm going to have you read, but can you take a guess about where they are? Go ahead, Yenna.
They are in the library.
Right, how did you know that?
Because in the school library, it looks like the same thing.
Oh yeah, like the same, we have comfy chairs and a bunch of rows and shelves of books.
And chairs.
And the chairs, right. And look, I even see someone back here. Look, it's Miss Beeler.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, hi Miss Beeler. All right, Yenna, ready to read? Thank you, Yenna.
This is the library, said Grandpa. Look at all the books, gasped Tomas. Read all you can, Thomas. Tomas, it will help you think of lots of stories, said Grandpa.
Ooh, so Yenna, we said that Grandpa was bringing him to the place where it all began. So where did we know he loved his grandpa's stories, but where did his start as an author or a writer begin? Where was it? Where did he go for it all to start?
Library?
Yeah. Well, at least that's what we can think about, because he says he wants to learn how to tell stories. So where's the best place to get ideas for stories? Boom, the library. Yeah, because there's all these books, and he can maybe find a favorite book that he'll read all the time, and then that'll give him an idea of a story. And maybe one day he'll write a story and it'll be in a library. Yenna, awesome job. I love you even read Tomas because you knew that his name was kind of changed because of that little line above the A. Cool. How about, oh, I see Allison raised her hand, so she must want to read the next page. Allison, this is a lot, but if you want, you can read both. If you don't want to, though, just stop at the word stories here. So it seems, oh, just looking at this picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 10 books here, clearly reading about a car. So it seems he's really getting started. So go ahead, Allison. Let's see what Tomas is up to.
There was lots of books for Tomas to read. Some were funny and made him laugh. He read about
He read because it was in the past. He read
about boats and trains and cars. He dreamed out of space when Thomas was thinking of his own stories.
Ooh, so do you want to read this last sentence for us, and then you can go ahead and mute yourself, because I know you and Natalie's computers are messing with each other. Go ahead.
Yeah. Tomas began telling his stories, then he read them on paper.
Thank you, Allison. So she just read a very important set of pages. She read that first. Ooh, it sounds like a how-to. That's where stories start, is with reading. So he read these books. They made him laugh. Maybe they made him cry, maybe feel different emotions. And then he was dreaming of all these different things he was reading. Soon, Tomas was thinking of his own stories. Now, my friends, you have written a bunch. For example, when we did our folk stories, right? Our folk tales, I had you read a bunch with me, and then that at the end of the week, you wrote your own. You maybe wrote about how a rainbow gave the earth colors. Maybe you wrote about how a giraffe got its neck. Maybe you wrote about a bumblebee getting stripes. You thought of your own story after reading, and that's what Tomas did here. First, he read, then he got a story that he liked. Next, he told his stories, and last, he wrote them on paper. Because obviously, you need to write them on paper for it to become a book, right? My friends, that was amazing. We're almost done our story here. We have a couple more pages, as you can see, and then I'll let you go off to get ready for gym, okay? Stephen, can you read this next 2 pages for me? Look, he's a grown-up. He used to be this age, but now look, he's an adult. Go ahead, Stephen.
When he was a grown-up, Thomas got a job as a teacher. He still wrote stories.
Go ahead.
Thomas
Rivera. Yeah,
Rivera's
it could be last names.
stories tell about people picking crops, just as his family did. Lots of people read his books.
Ooh, so he got a job as a teacher, and while he was teaching, on the other side, he was writing his stories. So he was doing 2 jobs. He was being an author and a teacher. And like Stephen said, Tomas Rivera's stories tell about people picking crops, just as his family did. And if we remember, back in the beginning of the story, that's exactly what he was doing with his family. So he probably really had a lot of good information to put in here. And he eventually wrote books, and it says lots of people read his books. So do you think he was popular or unpopular as an author? Popular means people like you, so I think a lot of people must have read his books. Can anyone read the last page for us? This is so amazing. This is like a cycle, a circle. I love this part. It's something special happens. Go ahead, Kenzie. Finish it off for us, girlfriend. Now what?
Now his name is on a library. Many people go to the library. They get books just as
Tomas
did.
Yeah, everyone, look here. If we zoom in, we'll see Tomas Rivera Library. So he loved libraries so much. He loved writing books so much, telling stories so much, that they actually named a library after him. Thank you, Kenzie. So eventually, Tomas Rivera moved on to colleges, which are for older people. And he worked on teaching them how to become writers, just like him. And I think they wanted to thank him, so they named this library after him. Now, like I said, Tomas Rivera unfortunately passed away a little while ago, but he is still remembered by this library. If you want, and I'll show you again, if you want to, here is our stream with our classroom. And on today's page, there's a story called Tomas and the Library Lady. If you click on it, it'll be a read aloud book about Tomas. He didn't write this, but he's so famous that somebody wanted to write about him. So I'm going to come back now so that you can finally see my face. I know I've been gone for so long. You're like, hey, did we have a teacher or what? You all did an amazing job reading that. Oh, look at Malvina being silly. You all did an amazing job reading about that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So now we're going to be heading out because you have to get ready for gym class. I might be able to join you. I'm still figuring out how to use Zoom, but today I want you to start your packet, though we're going to be doing our sound of the week next week. This week, I want you to do your packet, okay? And you can do alphabetical order with your spelling words if you want. But I have, just for science, I did an awesome read aloud. I got this beautiful book when I was going to a big garden, kind of what Allison was talking about with tulips. I went somewhere like that, and I got this book to celebrate Earth Day. It's Earth Week, so watch my video if you want, and tomorrow we're going to do a fun thing for science, okay? But other than that, my friends, you can unmute yourselves and say bye. I missed you all so much.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good rest of the day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.